welcome back to my channel and another week of what's for dinner. So I'm going to take you through some of the things we've eaten as a family of 5 over the last week or so. I have got the pork belly bao buns that I know a lot of you were waiting to see. I'm not going to say too much about that except that they didn't go as well as the cheeseburger pods that we did. I don't know why, it was just a little bit of a disaster. The filling was amazing though, so I definitely recommend that part of it. But we need to work on our buns for sure. Maybe buying a steamer would help because we're trying to do them in a colander or in a saucepan with a plate and the water spills over. Anyway, I'll let you watch it and see for yourself. So some of you have been messaging me saying where's our intro gone and you really loved seeing it. I don't know, I kind of thought that it was very Florida based. It was almost, well, it was Florida based. It was a whole year ago now. So Hobbs was a puppy. The boys have changed so much. When I look at their faces even, they look so much older and their faces have like thinned out now and stuff. And I don't know, they just look like different children. It doesn't really tie in with the channel. The main content on this channel is like food and hauls and lifestyle and favourites and that kind of thing. We occasionally vlog family things, especially like holidays or Christmas or when we go away places. It's not predominantly a vlogging channel. I'd love to hear your opinions. Did you like the old intro, or did you find it too long, or would you rather not have any intro to videos at all? It's really good to get your feedback and to know what people do like and do want. Sometimes you just want to get straight into a video, click on it, and you don't really want to see the same thing over and over again. But other times, I know there's certain people I watch and when their intro comes on, I'm like, oh, I love this so much. Let me know what you think and I will take everyone's comments on board and then I will work out what I'm going to do from here on out. But now I've said all that, let's go and have a look at what we had last week. Right, so I'm just about to start making the pork filling for our bao buns that we're making later on. And this needs to be simmered for 2.5 hours. So what I've got is 1 kilo of pork belly. And I've just cut each piece in half so it's about the length of your finger. I've then got, I needed rice wine vinegar, but I've googled it and apparently white wine vinegar is very similar. So I need 1 tablespoon of that, a tablespoon of minced ginger, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 cloves of garlic and a litre of chicken stock. And then I'm just going to put it all in the pan and put it on low for 2.5 hours, and that's like the first stage. Right, so our pork has been simmering for 2.5 hours and I've just drained the liquid and put the pork to one side, and I'm going to save the liquid because I will leave a Pinterest recipe link down below, but it says you can use it for like making a chicken noodle soup or Chinese noodle soup. So we're just starting on our bao buns and we're using the recipe we used to make our cheeseburger pods. So I can link our cheeseburger pods video and I can also link the recipe that we used down below as well. So we're just going to get on to making those because they need to proof for about 1.5 hours. Right, so now it's time for the next stage, which is frying off the pork. So you just cut your pork into small pieces and then season it with salt and pepper and put it into a hot pan with some oil. Then I've made up a glaze to go on the top, and that is 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And we've got a pinch of salt and pepper. We've got some minced ginger, some honey, brown sugar, soy sauce and lemongrass paste. We didn't have paste, so I've just used lemongrass powder. And I'm going to let this brown off and then I'm going to add the sticky seasoning over the top. And then Steve's just rolling out the buns now. Right, so my pork has browned up nicely and I've added my sauce onto it. And I'm just going to let that bubble away for about 8 minutes until it goes nice and sticky. Meanwhile, we've got our makeshift steamer going on here where we've just put a bowl with some greaseproof paper on top of some foil balls. And then we're just rolling them out ready to pop in. So our pork has gone nice and sticky, and then we've got 2 pans on the go with our buns. What we didn't do this time round was, apparently we should have proved these bao buns in the shape we wanted, because when we did the pods you just prove all the dough and then you put your cheeseburger filling in the middle and turn it into pods and then steam them, whereas with this we're just making like the buns, so you're supposed to prove them as a bun, like folded over in an oval. But we've just put ours, if I show you, try not to burn myself again. We've just put ours straight into the steamer like that. They're folded double, so we'll see how they come out. They don't seem to be rising quite so much, but that might be something to do with the fact that Steve forgot to add the milk as well. But we don't know, we'll see what happens. Right, so here's our first batch. We've actually ended up doing some of them on the grill because the steamer just doesn't seem to be working as well today. But inside this one we've got our pork, we've got some spring onion, some cucumber, carrots, coleslaw, some hot Doritos and a little bit of an extra bun there. And then these are the steamed ones. They just didn't puff up quite as much and we were running out of space, so we do need to buy a steamer. It will work so much better. And the same, we've got the same in all of them. And then we're going to add some chilies to our ones and some fresh coriander as well. I'm just dishing up tonight's dinner and I'm making like McDonald's Fillet style wraps. So I've got a wrap, obviously, a cheese slice that you'd put on a burger, some salad cream and some lettuce. I think they usually use tartar sauce, but we haven't got any, so. And my fish is stuck to my slice. And I've just done a few potatoes in the air fryer with some of this Chinese salt and chili pepper seasoning that you can get in Home Bargains, and it goes really nicely on chips and potatoes. So I'll show you it, well, wrapped up I suppose, but essentially this is dinner. And there we have it, McDonald's style kind of fish fillet wraps with some crispy Chinese salt and chili potatoes. So we're just starting tonight's dinner and we're going to have some salmon and some halloumi. So the salmon's in the oven and I've put some of the Trader Joe's chili and lime seasoning on it. And then in here I've got chickpeas, red pepper. Oh, I need coriander.
Oh, okay, shall I get some?
Yeah, I need loads of coriander. Right, so I've got the little pepper peppers, I've got some romaine heart lettuce, red pepper, I've got chickpeas, onion, and what else have I got in here? Avocados, 2 avocados, some white onion, and then I've got loads and loads of lime juice, some little all-purpose seasoning, and some pepper. And Steve's just run out to grab some coriander. We're basically making like a just little salad base for this salmon and halloumi to go on top of, and that's what we're going to have tonight. Right, so here is our salad all done. We've added loads of coriander, we've got our halloumi, we've got our salmon that's got the Trader Joe's chili lime seasoning on. So this is my one, and this is Steve's, and this is what we're having for our dinner tonight. So as you can probably tell, I've made the boys some Pita Pizzas with chorizo, pepperoni and cheese on, tomato puree base. They've got carrots and some oven chips. And there's 2 older boys, I've got 2. Oscar's got 1, I'm not sure if he'll eat a whole one. And then Steve and I are going to have ours in a little bit. So I'm just doing tonight's dinner and I'm making like a chicken cauliflower rice kind of chilli mixture. So I've got some onions and mushrooms in here. We've got some of these chicken chipolatas that I got in Lidl. I'm just going to chop these up raw and put them straight into the onion and mushroom mix. Then I'm going to add a tin of tomatoes, some cauliflower rice, and I've got some of this Trader Joe's organic chili seasoning. I'm obsessed with these seasonings at the moment. So I'm going to try this one because I haven't tried this yet. And I'm just going to make kind of like a vegetable sausage thing. So I've mixed in my chilli seasoning and my sausages. I'm just going to let that brown together, and then I'm going to add some tomatoes. So I've just added some tomato puree, a tin of tomatoes, and some, what have I added? And some coriander. And I'm just going to let that cook and then add my rice. Right, so here is our sausage and cauliflower rice all dished up. So it's got all the spices in. I've also added some basil and we've got fresh coriander. I don't know if they go together, but we like both, so I've just chucked them in. We've got some big chunks of fresh red chillies in there. And lots and lots of seasoning. I've added smoked paprika and Worcester sauce as well. So this is mine, this one is Steve's, and that's what's for dinner tonight. So I'm just doing dinner for tonight. Bailey's having steak with jacket potato and some grated cheese. The other boys didn't want steak, I did ask them. So they've got beans and sausages on a jacket potato with crispy bacon and cheese. That's Jake's one. And then that's Oscar's, and Steve and I are going to have our steak with some salad. So on our steak we've got some of this Trader Joe's Mushroom and Company multi-purpose umami. This is what was sent by one of our viewers and it smells amazing. Bailey's already tasted his and he said it's really good. We've also got Trader Joe's chili and lime on the halloumi. So this is mine. I think there's beetroot lettuce, there's some onion, there's a Hobbs who really wants to eat the steak. There's some tomato in there as well. And then this one is Steve's, and that's what we're having for our dinner tonight. So that's it for this week. If you did enjoy this video and you like this kind of content, then please give me a thumbs up, and also go and hit subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Thursday, and occasionally I will put up an extra video on the weekends. And let me know your thoughts on intro, no intro, you know, what you think about that, whether I should bring it back, do a new one. I'd love to hear what you think, and I will be back really soon with another video. Take care, guys.
This is what we waited for.